Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Rakeem here again with Unpacked. Uh, Today, I have another special guest here in the building. It's going to be an anonymous guest. If you're new to my channel, please make sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you'll see every time I upload. What you can expect today from this episode is that this anonymous guest here went recently viral for trying to pick up an order, and he had a bad experience at this Caribbean restaurant. And we're gonna get in. He posted this clip, of course, online. The reason why he decided to get the DJI camera, and we're going to talk about the rates and the pay, comparing that to the distance of his travel. We're going to talk about normal insurance versus business insurance. We're going to talk about how a lot of drivers actually get rented accounts, illegal drivers, and we're going to talk about a lot more. But yeah, man, we're going to just get straight into it. I'm not going to waste any more time. But yeah, man, my brother, thank you for coming. How you doing, first of all?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah, man. Honestly, thank you so much for coming. And, you've hit me up and wanted to share your story and etc. So honestly, I do appreciate that. So before we get into the nitty and gritty, for the viewers that don't know, like, what kind of delivery driver are you?
So I'm a motorcycle delivery driver. So I work for various different companies such as Uber, Gopher, etc., etc. And I just do deliveries all over London and some places outside of London around the M25. So yeah, I'm not in a van or anything like that.
Okay, and so it's more like so you can just like pick up anything and drop, well, not anything, but if a customer requests us just to, for you to pick up something from point A and then drop it off at point B, you'll be
Yeah,
able to drop it off.
So I get jobs through like the app. So what that means is like jobs will just ping up on my phone and then I can choose to accept the order or not. And it will tell me like how many miles it's gonna be to like pick it up and how long the total distance is. So like from the pickup location to the drop off location. And I can just pick and choose. It's all through an app. So there's no human involved giving me the jobs.
Okay, cool. And how long you been doing this for?
I've been doing this since I was 18, so it's been a couple years now.
Okay, all right, no problem. Yeah, man, you recently went viral, man. On TikTok, Facebook. There's a clip that have been circling around the internet in regards to you was trying to pick up an order from this Caribbean shop, restaurant. I'm not sure what to call it, and things went left. So before we get into that, of course, Elaine the Pain had a lot of things to say in regards to that actual video clip that was posted, and didn't know the ins and outs. You reached out to me and said, you were the actual person that was picking up this order. You were there, she wasn't. So just run me through from the moment that you've actually received this order. And yeah, man, take me from there.
So I was in Hackney Central and then I received a pickup to go to a restaurant called. So I accepted the job. I drove about 2 miles. I got to the restaurant and then I went inside. I waited patiently for like 2 minutes and then I wasn't like greeted or no one spoke to me. And then I decided to go and speak to the woman at the counter. And then the woman at the counter was just very rude. And she was just saying, cancel it, cancel it. I have no idea why she said that, but her attitude, her voice, everything, it was just off. Till this day, I don't know why she was like that. All I know is that's not something that is common and it's not something that should be normal. I did, try to find out like why. I even said to her in the video, I was like, why? Like, well, I'm trying to figure out why does she want me to cancel the order? And now that I look back at it, it seems like she didn't want to do the online orders. So I'm just thinking, why would you have the online stuff on? Why would you have customers able to place orders if you don't want to complete online orders? Um, she's saying I should cancel it. If she doesn't want to do online orders, she can just turn off the tablet, you know. She doesn't have to be on these platforms. She doesn't need to be on Deliveroo and Uber Eats and Just Eat. So yeah,
Sorry
it's
to cut you off, bro. Was there any other delivery drivers there
there
in
was
the shop?
another driver there
Mm.
that entered. I don't know who he is or what company he works for, and I don't know what interaction he had, but I was there before him, so
Okay, got it, got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, man. That's and um yeah, this video was only shown I think it was not even longer than a minute or two, if I remember correctly. um and I'm laughing because, you know, a lot of people would have misconceptions about, you know, what the lady that I'm not sure if she's the owner or whatever, what like her perspective and stuff like that. I've seen the video myself, and it wasn't the right customer service. I do feel like she was really rude, and and as a customer, when you get an experience, and I'm not saying you, but even a customer getting that experience, they probably wouldn't come back again there again. But there was a thing that Elaine the Pain was saying. She was saying that you was a delivery driver and you wasn't a customer. You know,
yeah, that's completely wrong because
that's
at the end of the day, any person that walks into any kind of shop, wherever it's a Caribbean or whatever business it is, it doesn't really matter. When someone walks into a shop, they need to be treated equally. Just because someone isn't there
100%.
to spend money doesn't mean they should be treated in a certain way. You know what I mean? I'm there to pick up an order and deliver it. I'm not there to be, you know, mistreated or disrespected. I think that this is quite a common theme in a lot of Caribbean restaurants all over the world, all over the UK, that they're rude for no reason and they're disrespectful, they give you attitude. I don't understand what the reason is, but as you can see from the comments, a lot of people are saying this. I had people from America commenting saying it's the same thing in America. I had people in Canada saying it's like that in Canada. I had people even in Jamaica commenting saying it's like that in Jamaica. So it seems to be normalized, and I don't think that's right. And judging by from the comments, from what people are saying, people are sick and tired of having to deal with bad attitude, rude workers. Because why would you go and spend your hard-earned money in a restaurant for someone to just be giving you attitude and being disrespectful to you?
No, 100%, 100%. I did see the reviews, and bro, they're not friendly. You know what I mean? There's a lot of negative reviews on there as well, and we like, and this is the thing, like, because that's another thing, like me and Elaine the Pain were talking about. We said, you know what, like customer service, you know, like our generation, like aunties or parents, they might not know about customer service. They just want to sell it, you know, do the trading, you know what I mean? Boom, 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 and out, you know. But the more things that come with it, and that's why it's important to have someone there that knows about customer service, whether it's their daughter, niece, anything like that, that could understand. And was it busy in there, by the way? Because I don't know how big the place is, but it didn't really look like
not
it.
really busy, but even if it was busy, why would they have their tablet on to receive online orders if they don't want to receive online orders?
Mm,
We need to make that make sense, you know?
mm,
For me, I don't get it.
mm,
If you don't want to do online orders, you can turn off the tablet. If you don't want to do them for a certain period, let's say the shop is really busy and you don't want to do online orders, again, you can turn off the tablet to stop receiving new orders.
mm.
This woman, it seems like she just doesn't like to work there. I don't know what her position is, if she's the owner or just a worker, but even her face, if you watch the video, you see her face. She's just not a happy person.
Not welcoming.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would you go to a shop like that to spend your hard earned money?
Mm,
I see a lot of people commenting, saying stuff like, if they have attitude, then the food is good. I think that's very backwards and it's not cool, you know, to say like a shop has bad attitude, so it means the food is good doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and
'Cause-
even if your food was good, but your attitude is bad, I'm not going to come back there. Do you know what I mean? I
yeah,
don't matter how long, as a customer, this is what I'm saying. Like, I might say, yo, the food was amazing, but customer service there was 0 out of 10.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
And most mature people are going to not come back to that place because of the bad experience with the customer service. Customer service is very important, and having attitude in the workplace is not the right thing. It's not right to have bad attitude at work.
And Elaine the Pain also stated that instead of you making a complaint online and posting this clip, you should have gone to another Caribbean place to.
So this is the thing, right?
It's crazy.
Elaine the Pain doesn't understand what it's like to be a delivery driver or have an order that you've accepted. You can't just walk into any random Caribbean shop
as your choice.
like, you know, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You need to get a job offered to you through the app, and then if that job happens to be another Caribbean shop, happy days. But the chances of that happening is highly unlikely. So me cancelling that order, I've wasted my time. I've wasted my petrol, I've wasted my energy going all the way there. And the outcome is I got disrespected, the woman was rude, and I got no money at the end of it. So why would I ever want to accept an order from another Caribbean shop or from that same Caribbean shop if every Caribbean shop that I go to, I'm having the same bad experience? And it's not just me. Other delivery drivers are having the same bad experience. Even customers who are going there to spend money are having the same bad experiences where the worker has bad attitude for nothing. You've not done nothing to them. They just don't want to serve you, you know?
So this wasn't your first what's it called? First
experience.
food. Yeah, with the Caribbean place.
This is not my first bad experience with Caribbean restaurants. I've had many bad experiences with Caribbean restaurants. It seems to be very common, and I don't understand what it is. I think things need to change. They need to
customer service in order.
Yeah, customer service in
100%.
order. They need to either train their staff, or they need to get new staff, younger staff that are willing to, like, you know, provide a good service. There are good Caribbean restaurants out there that I've been to, but this one wasn't a good one.
And the thing is, I did, you know, I was trying to explain to her, like, this is, you know, one of our issues is not being able to give good customer service. Even if you hire someone, you don't want to hire someone, but you get a family member, you know, involved, and especially, you know, the ones that know about customer service, you know what I mean, knowing how to, bro, just being able to smile. And, you know, you could have had a bad day, right? And you just interacting with a staff member that's smiling, you know, telling you, I hope you have a good day, stuff like that. That just gives you that little bit of a nudge, you know, be like, oh, you know what, this place is cool. Do you know what I mean? So customer service definitely needs to be in place. And I think that's one of the main things. And that's what I was trying to tell her. Like, I was trying to tell her, you know, we need to, you know, really look at ourselves and see where we are, you know, going wrong. But
yeah, the thing is, like, it's good to support all businesses, Black businesses, Asian businesses, whatever business it is, right? But I personally think you should only go and support a business that treats you with respect and doesn't give you bad attitude or disrespect. I shouldn't be in a position where I feel like I should support a Black business no matter how bad they treat me.
Exactly. So, and no matter what background, Black, Asian, etc., do you know what I mean? If they treat you nice, that's where I'm gonna go. Do you know what I mean? And it's a very common sense as well. You've decided to you've had experiences in the past as a delivery driver, and you know, and you decided to get a camera, like one of those cameras on your helmet, the DJ,
Action camera, yes.
yeah, DJI.
Yeah, I've got a DJI Osmo. I've got a DJI Osmo Action 6 camera. It's the latest DJI action camera. I got it on the release date, which was the 18th of November. This is something that I've been planning to get because not only does it protect me on the road, I use it as a dash cam, but it also records all my interactions. So it records like my interactions with restaurants, it records my interaction with customers, etc. So it protects me and it films in good quality. So the reason I got it was because I was having a lot of bad interactions with people, and it was just to highlight the stuff that I see on a daily and just save it. And then I decided to just start posting it because I feel like a lot of people don't understand what it's like. So I started posting on TikTok like a month ago, and I've gone viral a couple times, and I've gathered a lot of views from my different videos, wherever it's a difficult customer or a rude restaurant.
Okay, okay. No, that's cool, man. And would you and this is also to cover yourself, of course, just in case anything goes down as
Yeah, you
well.
need to protect yourself
Mm,
because at the end of the day, when you're when you're signed up and you're working for any one of these companies through an app, like let's say GoFar, Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Just Eat, Addison Lee, whatever company it is, whatever app you're using, anytime, any day, they can just suspend you, they can block your account for any reason. So if you have a camera with you, that camera will protect you because you can provide evidence to show the company, look, this is what actually happened. So that's why it's good to run a camera if you're doing this kind of job or if you're in this kind of industry. Because if you look at my videos on my TikTok, you will see the situations that unfortunately happen quite a lot. And the camera is there to back me up in case anything happens.
mm. No, that's proper, man. Um, there was interaction that you had. I think this one is funny, but also not funny at the same time. Because, but there was uh there was this woman that kept like ordering food to her ex's house, and of course, and that was basically your first time there. I think there's a video that you've
Yes,
posted about that as well.
I know exactly what you're talking about. So you're talking about a video where a woman was purposely ordering to a man that she knows, and it was around 4 o'clock in the morning. She was purposely,
Damn, 4 o'clock in the
yeah,
morning is crazy.
4 o'clock in the
Was
morning.
this in the weekend, by the way?
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
on a weekday as well.
weekday.
On a weekday.
Okay, yo,
So
that's
she's
crazy.
ordering to a guy's house on purpose and asking the driver to knock on his door and wake him up. And she done it in such a very clever way. She made an account. She used his name on the account. She put his address. She tracked the order live, and she was messaging me as soon as I got there. And she was saying not cloud and stuff like this. And she made it seem as if like, okay, you know, like she just made it seem like so real at first
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she was like
Not
not cloud and stuff like this.
because maybe this person might not be able to hear you,
Exactly.
or might be all the way in the back of the house or something. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
When I pressed the ring doorbell, it was actually his mother that answered. So his mother was just trying to sleep, and yeah, I pretty much woke her up. So you can imagine 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So this woman was just bitter, angry. I don't know what happened between them, but yeah, it's not the first time as well. I was the second driver that actually got to that address and had to wake them up. And yeah, it was a waste of my time because I couldn't get the pin because the woman wouldn't give me the pin, and yeah, like I felt bad because at the end of the day,
What, the actual woman that ordered this food wouldn't give you the pin?
yeah.
That is crazy.
So I had to wait for the 7-minute timer to end before I could end the delivery. So I was just there for about 7 minutes, and
You didn't get paid.
I did get paid at the end, but it was a waste of 7 minutes, you know.
No, I got you. And the thing is, when she's doing this, I'm assuming when you order food, of course, you've got to pay for it.
Yeah,
so I have a
she paid me to do this pretty much. So she
that is mad, bro.
Yeah, she's
that
prepaid.
Is crazy.
Yeah, she's prepaid for the delivery to be done.
That is mad. And no one is going to go to waste. Mind you, like...
Yeah, what she ordered is going to go to waste, but, you know, she's done it on purpose so that the person gets harassed. It is harassment, what she's doing.
It is. That is crazy. So, did you end up getting hold of her? Like, did you tell her...
I actually did.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I spoke to her and it's on video, but I managed to call her again for the second time, but my camera battery died, so I wasn't able to get that last phone call with her. But she was adamant. She just kept asking me to knock on the door loudly.
Again?
Yeah, she asked me multiple times. She kept texting it to me.
After you've told her, yo, you're doing this deliberately, basically.
Yeah, I realized what happened soon as the mother in the household told me, like, look, it's not for them. They never ordered. So yeah, I realized this is harassment, you know.
And then when she told you to keep knocking on this door, like what, like how did that conversation like unfold?
She hung up on me. I told her, like, look, I know that you've ordered purposely to this address and it's not for them. And yeah, she hung up on me and I just had to wait for the timer to end. But that could have gone very wrong. I could have knocked on the wrong person's door. I could have got into an altercation, a fight. Because if you're knocking on some random person's door that hasn't ordered anything at 4 a.m, they're not going to be happy. They're going to wake up angry.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Luckily, this woman was quite chill. Maybe because I was the second driver and maybe she had an interaction with the first driver and she was angry with him. But she understood, like, look, someone's using her son's name. Someone's purposely ordering to the house so that they can all be woken up. And yeah, it's harassment, but there's people out there that are bad and they will purposely order to your house just so someone rings your doorbell and knocks on your door at late times. Just to mess with you, you know?
Yeah. No, that's mad. Because sometimes you have delivery drivers that will knock on your door and then when you open, they realize they're not at the right house. And then it even happened with me. It'll be like, oh no, it's next door. Do you know what I mean? It'll be like, oh, sorry, I didn't know, no problem. And then, you know what I mean? But if this happens, like, and the person in the house could have a really bad day, but on top of that, it's 4 a.m, bro.
Yeah.
I haven't had 4 a.m knock on me. I don't know how.
I think you'd be very angry.
Yo, that is
and
crazy.
There are people that are just very hot-headed. They'll come outside and try to put hands on you. And you can imagine if I knock on someone's door at 4 a.m. and they try to put hands on me, then we're going to be fighting. And for what?
Yeah,
it's pointless. But you know, it's South London as well, just to put that out there.
Yeah.
So, luckily nothing happened.
Came back out alive. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh man, that is mad, man. Thanks for sharing that though. That was a mad story, I'm not gonna lie. You did say you did end up getting paid and stuff like that. What's the like rates like for you? Because I think it's different, like rates and the distance that you have to cover depending on the rates you get paid.
So what I will say is the rates nowadays are terrible. It's not something good. Like, let's say you make £1,000 in a month, yeah. When you look at it, you've only probably been paid £1 per mile, you know. I'll say Uber Eats is paying terrible. Delivery is paying terrible as well. Just Eat probably pay like the best out of all of them, but the Just Eat system is not good in my opinion. You gotta Make an account, obviously, have an account, then you gotta like book shifts, and then when you have a shift, you just gotta wait around for orders to come, and then it's like you can't cancel orders like on Just Eat. Like, I don't know if it's changed, but the last time I tried it, it was like once you get an order, you can't cancel it.
Mm,
Whereas with like delivery, Uber Eats, you can just cancel the order anytime. Let's
mm,
say you get to the restaurant, they tell you, look, 10 minutes wait time. You can just go cancel the order, move on, wait for another order to pop up on your phone. Or if you've already got another order, you can just go deliver that. You know, it's more flexible on delivery and Uber Eats, and you can get paid anytime on Uber Eats and delivery, whereas Just Eat is weekly pay. So
mm.
yeah, the rates are terrible. Like, you'll get offered jobs like £2, £3. You know, you'll go like 7 miles for like £7, or like, you know, 10 miles for like £8.50 or something stupid. It really does depend on the day, the time, but more or less the rates are terrible.
£1 per mile is crazy though. I can imagine the ones on a bike, like a bicycle.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So like for the ones that don't know, like what kind of transport do you use?
So I drive a manual petrol motorcycle. I own a automatic petrol scooter as well, but I mainly use my motorcycle at the moment. I prefer riding manual. A lot of drivers, they just use like 125cc petrol automatic scooters like Yamaha NMAX, Honda PCX, Yamaha X Max, and stuff like that. Yamaha um, like 300 some people use, but it's mainly 125cc what people use.
Okay, okay, okay. And there's been like moments because sometimes even for like drivers like yourself, it doesn't depend on how big the order is. Because I remember you mentioned something about delivering like a £300 worth almost of food to Hakkasan, or not only picked it up from Hakkasan, or
Yeah,
uh,
back in the lockdown, I remember I used to do like delivery. Those times I was on like a bicycle, and one time I had a delivery which was like worth £300, and I could see it on the receipt. And yeah, it wasn't paying very well, but it was like, I think it was like 2 miles away, and it was paying like £5, something like that.
for 2 miles.
Yeah. And the person paid like £300 for the order. So you can imagine how much the company delivery would have made from that order, and how like they're paying the driver like peanuts, and then getting a cut off profit from the commission they charge the restaurant, and then probably a commission from the actual order itself. So the breadwinner, the only person that's really winning, is the actual
Mid
company, which is,
middleman, yeah.
yeah, the middleman who offers you
That
the job.
is that is mad, bro. But do you have a chance of like declining that type of order? Because if I
Yeah,
was a delivery driver and I see £200 worth of, you know what I mean, I'll be like, yeah, no, I'm good on this. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
how do you
no,
carry £200 worth of? Do you get me food,
yeah.
or
So,
whatever?
so the thing is, like, um, you won't be able to know how much the order is worth unless like you look carefully on the receipt, because sometimes you just see it on the receipt. Through the actual app, it won't tell you how much the order is worth. But if you know about food, you can kind of look at it and put two and two together. And when it's like an expensive restaurant like Mayfair, like when it's like an expensive restaurant like Hakkasan, you know that automatically it's going to be something expensive.
Mm, okay, okay, that makes sense because when I'm thinking about £300 worth of food, I'm thinking it's a lot. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a lot. So, but £300, of course, at Hakkasan is probably, you know what I mean, a one meal or two, a meal for two. I'm assuming. I don't know.
It was a couple. It was a couple bags. I managed to make it work, make it fit. It wasn't just me. There was another driver as well. But if you look at the bigger picture, if I got paid like £5, the other driver got paid like £5, and the order's worth like £300, the company's made like a lot of profit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
that is.
They're charging the restaurant commission, and they're most likely getting commission from that one order. So we're getting paid nothing pretty much.
Mm.
And yeah. Like they should have paid us more. And the worst part is the customer didn't even tip. So you
Mm,
can imagine. But I know like tips are optional,
yeah.
but I don't know.
In America, it's almost like they see that as a disrespect. You know,
Yes.
when you don't tip the driver or whatever,
Yeah, the waiter, the
or the waiter,
waitress.
they will see that as it's almost like it's a must, you know, tip.
It's
But
part of the American culture.
yeah,
It would be nice like to have that kind of culture over here, but
Mm.
yeah, I guess the UK is not like that.
Yeah, man. Yo, that's mad, man. Um, uh, you as a driver, because I wanted to ask this question as well. Like a lot of drivers, because there was one time when I was with Pops, and he was telling me because we were in a specific area, and he told me like a lot of these uh, delivery drivers were getting stopped and checked by the police and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, is it really? So I couldn't really think of, you know, is it because, you know, I had a couple of things going through my mind of like what it could possibly be, but they do get stopped, and you mentioned, you know, one of the reasons was to check whether they have a business insurance as opposed to having a
Yeah,
normal insurance. Yeah,
so
but
if you're on a motorcycle, moped, or in a car or anything like that, you know, like a motorized vehicle, to work for these companies, right? They require that you provide like courier insurance, like fast food delivery insurance or courier insurance, depending on like which company. A lot of insurance companies they offer like both into like one insurance package. So like for example, my insurance, I'm covered for like parcels and for like fast food delivery. So I can pretty much do like any kind of delivery, like I can transport anything. And a lot of drivers they try to like cut corners, they just get normal insurance and then they just drive around doing deliveries. And when the police stop them and they like figure out they're doing deliveries, or when the police suspect them of being a delivery driver and they don't have that kind of insurance, more often than not, the police seize their vehicles and then like prosecute them, giving them like 6 points and like a fine because the insurance that they're using is invalid because they don't have the right type of insurance to be doing commercial work, because doing deliveries is like commercial work, you know what I mean?
mm,
You know how like you can't do taxi work without taxi insurance? That's how you can't do delivery work without delivery insurance. So
mm,
that's why it's there. It doesn't really benefit me at all. It's actually way more expensive, but it stops the police from taking my vehicle and seizing it. So that's why I just pay for it. I feel at peace having delivery insurance because I know the police are not going to stop me and seize my bike for not having the correct insurance.
mm.
It's actually cheaper for me to have food delivery insurance than have to go to the pound and, you know, take my bike back and then get 6 points on my record for like 4 to 5 years.
Or
And
it's not
then,
worth it. Yeah,
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 and then my
yeah.
insurance is going to increase for what? You know what I mean?
And your conscience is going to be a lot, you know what I mean? You know, as a
Exactly.
driver, normally, even when you don't have insurance
Yeah.
or you don't have the right paperwork,
Anxiety.
the anxiety, as soon as you see a feds car or whatever, you're like, oh, but you know, when everything is in place, there's times even, you know, just as small as like putting a hoodie up inside your car, you don't care about that because
Got
even if
nothing to hide.
you got nothing to hide, but when you had your hoodie up and you attract the feds by, you know, not only the way you are presenting yourself, but now on the ANPR or whatever, that recognition plate thing, it comes up as like either no MOT, no tax road, or no this. You're gonna get pulled over. So it's yeah, man. I 100% agree, man. I definitely would want to have rather just my conscience clear, not conscience clear, but just being able to have be worry free. You know, where I'm not having
Yeah, I
to.
feel at peace
Yeah.
because, again, like what I was saying, I don't have to worry about the police taking my bike because I ain't done nothing wrong.
Mm,
Whereas these guys, when they get stopped by the police, and because the police set up like these checkpoints like every month or every couple months,
mm,
where they specifically target delivery drivers to catch people who are wanted by Home Office, for example,
mm,
people that don't have the correct insurance to do deliveries. people that just don't have insurance, full stop.
Mm,
People that will be, you know, using the same number plate as their mate who is insured
mm,
so that they don't have to pay for insurance. Like, all these people usually end up getting caught one day. And when they do, their bikes get put in the back of a lorry. You see it on TikTok, and it's not nice because they
yeah.
have to go and walk home or take the bus because their bike's been put in the back of a lorry,
Mm,
and they're gonna get points for like 4 or 5 years on
mm,
their license. And more time, these guys got provisional licenses. They
mm,
don't even have full licenses. That's why
mm.
they're riding a 125 with L plates. So imagine riding a 125 with L plates and you got 6 points on your record, and you got to go to the pound to go and get your bike back. And they're not going to give you your bike back unless you've got the correct insurance. So the whole thing is hassle, and you're
It's
going
a
to get
long
charged
day.
the daily rate, like, you
The
know.
daily rate is crazy, man.
And you got to pay for the actual fee to get it back. I
To
think
get it
it's-
back, yeah. I think it's
what-
like 250 or something to get it back.
exactly,
And then you get charged, what is it, 20 or 30 pound a day or something?
exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the
man.
whole process is very expensive.
Yeah. So is that even worth it? You're saying
Yeah.
basically, yeah, no.
Their insurance will increase most likely with 6 points or whatever they get.
Mm. This is the next thing I wanted to get into because, like I said, like a lot of these drivers do get stopped for what we've just talked about, but there's also other reasons why the feds look into this, and a lot of these drivers are also like drivers.
Yeah, that's fair to say. Unfortunately, the delivery industry, when it comes to like fast food delivery, Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Just Eat, the industry is very unregulated. Unfortunately, to get a rented account, it's very easy. You can ask around, or you can just and literally go and message someone and then just pay them like £50 a week, £80 a week, £100 a week, and you can go rent like a Uber Eats account and work and make money. So yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
Well, that is, bro. I've realized there's a loophole for everything, man. Everything has a loophole. Like there's always ways to get out of things. But these rented accounts, so I'm assuming it's someone that already has some sort of like
right to work, yeah.
right to work,
Yeah.
but also they have an account on one of these either
Exactly.
Deliveroo, Uber, and etc.
Exactly.
Okay.
So to make an account, you need to have the right to work, I'm pretty sure, and you need like, you know, national insurance number and stuff like that. So the people that like rent these accounts to work are most likely people with, but the people that own the accounts are usually British citizens or, you know, people that actually have the right to work.
Mm.
So there's not really any punishment for those kind of people.
Mm.
And I know there's something called substitutes, which does legally like let you go and allow someone else to use your account. But the rule for having a substitute use your account is that person needs to have the right to work and whatever. So yeah, people don't even bother going through that methods. They just give out their email and their password to their account, and then boom, someone's working pretending to be you, which is fraud.
It is, yeah.
So if you see like on social media, a lot of the times people are making videos complaining, like there'll be like a picture of a woman, and then when you open your front door,
Now it's a man, a big uncle.
It's a man, yeah. Because a lot of these guys are like using a woman's Deliveroo account or a woman's Uber Eats account.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
If it was using another man's account, I get that. But as a male, using a female's account, that is super crazy, bro.
Even me personally, like when I've ordered through Uber Eats and I've seen a woman's coming to deliver to me, it's never been a woman. It's always been like a dude. It's been a man.
Okay.
It's usually like an old man that can't like, you know, speak English or any of that. And yeah, it is kind of like, you know, risky because you never know like who that person is. There's no background check. There's
no
nothing.
CRB, no yeah.
So
bro, I've never had that experience. It's mad you said that because I don't, you know, I'm not really a big fan of ordering online and then get it delivered to my house, because I always have this, you know, I want my food to be fresh. So as soon as I make it, so I'm more of an eating guy, if that makes sense. The whole takeaway just doesn't come in the same as you
If
normally.
only you knew how dirty and disgusting a lot of these shops are. I've seen it with my own eyes. So I know places where I personally wouldn't go and eat food from, because the hygiene in the kitchen is disgusting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, they don't even clean their hands. They're outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Next thing you know, they're touching the meat and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Oh,
Like, with their bare hands. Yuck.
Bro, my stomach very sensitive, bro. And bro, anyone that knows me can tell you the same thing, bro. Like, I would literally have to be it's got to be either one of those mainstream ones, especially like mainstream. They have to follow this law where they will have to wear that, you know, the net
Hygiene
cap.
has to be on point, yeah.
Yeah, the net cap. Sometimes you see them all the time just cleaning up places, or, you know what I mean, just regular cleaning.
Good reputation company.
Yeah, good reputation, do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, man, that's why and another thing is, I like to watch, especially if I'm gonna eat at somewhere where it's, you know what I mean, the food doesn't take long. I like to just stand there and just watch. Have you noticed when they actually make the food, more times you don't see them, you know, getting the wrap ready or the burger ready? It's always behind this little, you know, thing where you could just literally see them up to here.
Yep.
And then they just moving their hands around and you don't know what they're doing. Yeah. Literally, you know. So pay attention to that part, because I'm always like, but if you go to like a place like Nando's, for example, or you literally can see them actually, you know, preparing it, or somewhere where...
That's what I prefer as well. I prefer to see it being made in front of me, rather than it being in some kitchen in the back, or like, you know, hidden behind like some wall. Because you never know what that person is doing, and you don't know like if they're being hygienic, if they're washing their hands. You never know, really.
Man, 100%, man. I like one of the restaurants are Spicy Basil. I'm not sure if you heard about that.
I've actually never heard of it. Would you recommend it? Spicy Basil?
Yes. In Kilburn, highly recommend it. And these brothers that make it, they literally right behind the till, but they just got their back facing the till, and you could just see from beginning to the end how they literally prepare the food, and it's absolutely amazing, man. So I would recommend that for anyone. You know what I mean?
I don't mind. I'll go and visit them. I'm in Kilburn all the time.
Yeah, it's on the high road, Spicy Basil. But I'm gonna send that to you, man. Proper, man. You're gonna love it, man. Yeah, you were talking about, we already spoke about, of course, the rented account and stuff like that. In terms of, because you have to take a selfie as a driver every couple of hours, you've told me, right?
Yes, sir.
So how does that work if you're now having a substitute or whatever that doesn't have the right papers?
So the system is broken. This whole take a picture thing came out like a year ago. It was because of like government pressure and the media like constantly exposing like what's going on with these companies in the gig economy, just, you know, not being strict enough, not regulating things. So pretty much like when I go online on any of these apps, usually I can just work straight away, and then after like doing like 2 or 3 orders, then it like makes me go offline, and then it forces me to take a selfie. And then, I can continue like working. But the thing is, any person, right, can just wait and then go to the account owner, get them to take the selfie, and then continue to work online for like another 2-3 hours, or, you know, until it makes you do the selfie thing again. So that's what a lot of these guys are doing. They'll just go to the account owner, take the selfie, and then continue working on their behalf, pretending to be them, which is fraud.
And this is even on the rented account, they'll still go to that person as well.
Yeah. On a rented account,
if it's their cousin, if it's their friend. That's crazy. Because imagine, like, it's unpredictable, I'm assuming, when you get these notifications where you have to take this selfie.
It's pretty unpredictable, but there is like a trend. I've usually realized after I do about 2 or 3 orders, then it makes me do the selfie thing. But for the most part, it is random, and there's no like time limit. either you do the selfie then and there, or you just stay offline, and then whenever you want to go back online, you do the selfie. So I'm assuming what these guys do is they just don't go online,
For like an hour.
yeah, until they go to the account owner. Then they go and get him or her or whoever to go take the selfie. Then they're back online. So it's pretty easy to work illegally using a Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Just Eat account. And the thing is, there's really no repercussion. So the companies are just ticking a box. They're saying, look, we've added selfie verification to make accounts secure. And they're doing that to show like the media and the government, look, we're trying, we're doing something. But even this new thing that they've been doing, the selfie stuff, it's not stopping at all. You know, the loophole continues. So they're just ticking a box just to say, look, we've done something.
And it is a lot harder for them to actually, you know, every time go for like an hour and go and see someone and then come back. It's just long. Like with cab drivers, a family member told me every time either they are about to pick up or drop off, I believe about to pick up, they got to take a selfie on their device. And I understand why, because like we've heard a lot of stories in terms of cab drivers and stuff like that. So I understand why.
The thing is, for example, like the taxi apps like Uber, Bolt, Free Now, these kind of apps, to even get onto them, you need to have a
Background.
you need to have like I believe the PCO license. I don't know about the DBS check. I'm assuming, yeah, they need to do a DBS check, but they need to get like a TfL license, Transport for London PCO license, right? Passenger carrier operator, I think, something like that.
There's a lot more entry requirements for that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's way more stricter. You can't just go get like a Ford Fiesta and then start doing Uber taxi. It doesn't work like that. Like you need to have a specific vehicle to do it, and it needs to be approved by TfL, and it needs to be like, you know, insured with taxi insurance. It's not like these delivery companies where you can use any bike you want, any vehicle pretty much you want, and, you know, do whatever you want to the vehicle. Like you can't have like a loud exhaust, for example, on a Uber taxi, but on like Uber Eats or Deliveroo or any of these companies, you can have loud exhaust, pops and bangs. You can do whatever you want. You know, it's your vehicle. No one's checking your vehicle. Whereas TfL taxi drivers, their vehicles get checked thoroughly. They have to go to like TfL approved garages, etc., etc.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And these, but I think I like how that is more strict. But I think they should almost have that same type of steps also for food delivery, especially the ones on moped and etc. I think they need to set up these steps, those entry requirements, because like you said, you have a female that you think is going to deliver you food, but then you don't know. Now you have a next man coming to you, not knowing, no background check, no nothing, and not knowing what he's capable of. He might have had, you know, past allegations or the crazy things he done in his country or over here, you know?
Yeah,
so,
you don't know. Like if someone is, you know, working and it's not actually them, they could do whatever and you will never really know who it was. So let's say you're renting an account from someone, you go and, I don't know, get into a fight with someone or whatever. Who are you? No one knows who you are. They don't know your name. They don't know your face.
Yeah, they're
Like,
only going to go back. Sorry to cut you off, bro. They're only going to go back
to the account owner.
Account owner.
Exactly.
And is it really worth it, guys? Like, honestly, like, to what? To rent it out for £50 a week and renting it out to someone that, you know, you're selling it to someone that you barely even know. Do you know what I mean? And this person can just do anything on your name.
Exactly.
As a delivery driver. Do you know what I mean? So.
Exactly. And like, you're going to be the one that's going to be getting in trouble in terms of like tax and, you know, HMRC and stuff like that, because you're a self-employed driver. If you've got next man on your account earning money, who's gonna pay the tax? Is the guy with no papers gonna be paying tax on your account from his earnings? I don't think so. So I don't think it's worth it to be renting your account out to anyone, to be honest with you. If it's the legit way, the substitute way, then the tax burden and stuff like that, it doesn't fall on you. But if you're doing it this illegal, dodgy way, then the tax burden falls on you. You're responsible for that. And if anything happens, you're the one that's going to be, you know, responsible.
Or for £50 a week as well. I don't think any money is really worth it to
even
do.
£100. Like,
yeah,
some accounts go for like £100. It really just like, it really does depend. But yeah, unfortunately, this has been happening for years.
I wanted to ask you something, because before this PIN thing came out, because now you have to use a PIN for these delivery drivers. So whenever you deliver something, you got to get a PIN or whatever, you know. And that has come about like recently. I think about the last 2 years or something, or longer.
Yeah, the whole PIN thing came out within the last couple of years.
It's a couple of years. Okay, cool. And it's the reason why I'm asking is because I don't know, like, what your take is on this, because there was like a lot of stories going about like delivery drivers, you know, eating customers' food and stuff like that, you know. Have you seen anything like that or heard anything about that and stuff?
I've never seen a driver eat somebody's food. But what I can tell you is, for example, orders do get cancelled, right? Like, it's happened to me. Like, I'm on my way to deliver an order, I get like some notification talking about the orders being cancelled, and then the app just tells me, look, dispose of the order. Am I really going to dispose of the order? Do I have to dispose of the order? Is there any proof that I have to submit to the company to show, look, I've disposed of the order? Nope. So yeah, there's been times where I'm on my way to deliver an order and the order gets cancelled and it's got nothing to do with me. So I still get paid. And then I just go and eat the order, because otherwise it's going to go to waste and I don't want to just throw food in the bin. But yeah, there are drivers who will open orders and eat it. I don't know why they do that. They're risking their job. It's bad. It makes all the other drivers look bad.
100.
But it's like with anything, you know. There's bus drivers that are, you know, rude and they cut, you know, other motorists off. And there's like, you know, police that do crime when they're meant to uphold the law.
There's crime in every.
Yeah, there's good and bad in every job. So
yeah, no, 100%. Bus drivers missing bus stops on purpose while you're standing there.
Exactly.
So no, about 100%, man.
So yeah, there's loads of videos on social media of delivery drivers eating customers' orders. It does happen, but in most situations, it's not something common.
And do you know any reason why they end up cancelling, just in general, or you would never know?
Sometimes the customer just doesn't want the order anymore, and then they somehow get through to customer service, or I don't know how exactly they manage to do it, but yeah, they manage to somehow cancel the orders either before I even gone there to pick up, or sometimes when I've already got it. And then yeah, I just get a message, but the app never tells me, like, on any company app that I've used, it never tells me the real reason why the order's being cancelled. It will just say cancelled. So yeah, if an order is cancelled, of course I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna throw it in the bin.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And I won't get in trouble anyway. So
and it's been paid for. And do they never like say, oh, I want to cancel this order, I want a refund, or anything like that?
Who?
The customer.
Yeah, like some customers, when I turn up, they say they don't want the order and they ask me to give them a refund, but I can't do that.
Yeah, you as a middleman, of course, can't.
Yeah, I'm just a subcontractor. Literally, like,
you got to tell them to speak to whoever.
Customer service, like, in my job, I don't speak to any human being
Mm,
like from any of the companies I work for. It's all digital.
mm,
Um, like I never ever speak to the support team. They never speak to me either. It's all through an app. Like I just get jobs, accept or decline. It's literally just me, the restaurant that I go to, and then the customer. So
mm.
I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And one more thing, that I wanted to ask you, in terms of like, what advice would you give to like drivers, especially the ones that have a bike, moped, bicycle, motorbikes, things like that? Because we're living in a cold world right now, man, where that can be taken away from you. So, what advice would you give in terms of that? Because there's been a lot of victims in terms of that. You know what I mean?
I recommend if you're a delivery driver, whether that's food delivery, parcels, Amazon, whatever it is, I recommend you run a camera constantly. The reason I say that is because anything can happen. Someone can lie, and you could get, your account suspended. You could get deactivated to where you can't work. It's best to just have everything recorded. I know like people don't really know where to mount a camera. I'd recommend get like a body chest mount or get like a chin mount to put on your helmet if you're a motorcycle rider. But yeah, the most common type of camera setup that I've seen other drivers use is like a body cam.
Mm,
So yeah, I'd recommend get like a DJI Osmo Action 6 or a Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Those cameras are the best right now as of this video recording. Maybe there's newer, better cameras whenever you see this, but as of the time of this recording, those two are the best action cameras in my opinion.
mm. No, that's some good advice there, man. And also, what about the victims that get their uh, belongings stolen, the bike, and things like that? You know, that happens as well a lot. What advice or alley-oop would you give them to be able to like prevent that? So, well,
Unfortunately, when you're a delivery driver, you can get targeted, you can get your vehicle robbed, um, and even some people might try and attack you to get whatever order you've got.
mm,
So I personally recommend you park as close as you can to wherever you're dropping off. You put your vehicle in a position where you can kind of see it very well. So let's say you deliver to a block, I'll say park as close as you can to like the block entrance, and then yeah, just try and like be very like quick, because I know people who have had their bikes stolen. I know people who have had bad like issues with and whatever, trying to rob them and rob their vehicle. And if you got a nice bike, you are a target.
mm.
Like thieves want your bike.
Especially those electric bikes. You know those.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yeah, the electric bikes, those are the easiest to rob.
Mm,
Like a motorcycle can get robbed, but yeah, an e-bike or a bicycle is the most common delivery vehicle that gets robbed.
mm.
So if you can, bring your bicycle with you in the lift or like, into the block rather than just like leaning it up against some wall or leaving outside like a block or like a council estate, because it will get robbed quick and you're most likely not going to get it back. And make sure you've got multiple trackers
Trackers on your bike as well. I think
in the
that's
back,
in,
hidden in the back.
in the bike. I think
Yeah.
that's a clean one. I love that one. Yeah,
Air
yeah.
tags are like what, £29?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, okay, cool. Man, yo, man, you give me a lot of sauce, man. Another thing I've learned about, you know, what I mean, not just me, but also the viewers, you know, about what you do and stuff like that. And um, I hope now that you've got a camera, you'll be able to protect yourself in many ways as well, and hopefully you won't get into any more like incidents, should I say? You know, what I mean, crazy incidents.
To be honest, my whole page is like just to show people the insights, what it's like. The people that I deal with in this job, you do really need to have a lot of patience, because let's be real, some of the people that you deal with are very rude, and it's very easy to
Mm,
get physical and stuff like that. So if you don't have patience, if you don't have a cool temper, this ain't the job for you.
mm. Okay, man. Um, would you mind telling them where they can find your like your work, like on
So I
socials?
just started like uploading my videos and stuff about my deliveries on my TikTok page. I don't have any other social media at the time where it's recording. So you can find me temp12s on TikTok. And yeah, you'll see a lot of crazy customers, a lot of rude restaurants and stuff like that. I might post like some positive stuff on there as well, but I think it's important to highlight the raw, real stuff that happens that is, not spoken about, because a lot of drivers, like what I said, they don't have a voice, they don't have, the legal documents. So when a customer is like, abusing them or whatever, they'll just take it,
Mm, mm,
because they're scared to, get reported and get their account, you know, um, potentially like blocked or whatever. So they'll just stay silent,
mm,
whereas me, I've got my video, I've got my proof, and I will like, I won't let someone disrespect me and any of that. So
yeah.
yeah, I've even had other drivers like come up to me and be like, yeah, I like what you're doing. You're standing up to these bully customers, and you're doing what, let's say, someone else that has no confidence is scared to do. You know what I
Mm,
mean?
mm. Oh, that's good, man. That's good, man. Hopefully, this will give other drivers that do what you do
Yeah, that are in the
more
delivery
insight.
industry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delivery industry. That's it. More insight on and alley oops on how to deal with a lot of things. And one of them is, guys, make sure you get that camera, man. The DJI camera, or one of the 360 ones.
Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Ace
That's
Pro
it.
2.
Got it, man. You see,
Yeah.
but we're here, man. Listen, honestly, thank you so much for coming, my bro, and sharing this with us. And yeah, man, I appreciate you so much, man.
Yeah,
Thank
no
you.
worries.
Yeah, man.
The Elaine the Pain situation a bit more, because
What do you want to mention?
the manners, bro.
Yeah.
The manners, bro. Like, she's talking about like you need manners.
Mm.
Like black people need to have more manners and stuff like she was saying something about like
Go.
they need to like they didn't have enough time to like, what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And my thing is like, she needs to know, like,
Okay.
they should have manners. A
Talk
lot
to
of
me.
people in my comment section kept tagging Elaine the Pain and mentioning Elaine the Pain.
Mm.
And Elaine the Pain actually spoke about me on this podcast before.
Mhm.
And she actually made a reaction video to my TikTok video where I had a bad experience at a Caribbean restaurant in Hackney. And what I want to say is, Elaine the Pain doesn't understand the full situation. She doesn't understand that I don't need to be only a customer to be respected and treated equally and fairly. I went there and I spent my time, my petrol to go to that shop, and I got nothing out of it. I never got paid at the end of it. I was like embarrassed by the woman. She was raising her voice and she was telling me, cancel the order, cancel it, cancel it. She wouldn't give me a reason. And then she was saying I wouldn't understand it. She was treating me as if I'm like some foreigner that don't understand English. And Elaine the Pain is basically trying to say like, look, black people, black business owners, they need like all this time to go learn this, that, and the other. You don't need all this time to learn basic manners. I think that all businesses should have basic manners and respect for delivery drivers, customers, etc. Everyone should be treated equally. And Elaine the Pain doesn't really understand that. She was just like basically saying like it's okay kind of thing, like, because I'm a delivery driver. Whereas she should be saying that it's wrong, that they treated me that way. I spent all my time going there, and yeah, I think Elaine the Pain should just like, hold them accountable for their actions, and Caribbean restaurants need to be respectful. Like, people are sick and tired of the bad attitude, the disrespect for nothing, you know? I've had people from all over the world comment stuff saying like it's the same in New York, it's the same in Canada, etc., etc. So yeah, I think all businesses, especially black businesses, should be more respectful, and the customer service needs to be on point. Otherwise, why should we go there and spend our money?
Mm. No, 100%. She did say, I agree, the lady was rude, but then she just, that's pretty much the only thing she said, to be
Yeah, she
honest.
just started deflecting after
And then
that.
after that, it was just like, yeah, it was like, yeah, he should have gone to another restaurant, this, that, Caribbean place, whatever. Like, you've got a choice as a delivery driver.
Yeah, it
do you
doesn't
know?
work like that. Like, when I cancel that order, I can't just walk into some next random shop and collect an
Hey,
order.
I'm here.
It doesn't work like
Yeah.
that. I have to wait for a new job to come to my phone, and it could be anything. It could be a Chinese restaurant.
Mm.
You know, she thinks that it's like, you know, free will. I can just walk into any shop and collect any order.
Mm.
Don't work like that.
Mm.
So she's just misinformed and uneducated, and that's why I wanted to come onto this podcast to say my side of the story and hopefully educate her, because look, all people of all races are sick and tired of the bad customer service that we experience in Caribbean shops around the world, in the UK, in London, etc., etc.
Most of them, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Things need to change. Like,
yeah,
it's not
100%.
acceptable.
Yeah.
People don't want to spend their hard-earned money
Mm.
to be treated like shit.
100%, man. No, I feel you, man. I feel you. Listen, man, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you, my bro.
No worries.
And yeah, man, guys, make sure you hit him up on TikTok and
Temp12US.
There we go, man. Guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button for me and click that notification bell for any future episode, and click that subscribe button, man, please. It's not going to cost you anything, man. It's free, man. It's just one click away. Support your boy, you know. I'm here. I upload weekly, so please, man, guys, make sure you support your boy. All right, man. It's your boy Rakeem with Unpacked. Until next time, my guys. Roll out.